Hey guys, how's it going? I'm not great at this, but I will do my best to talk about what I understand about Eobard Thawne's timeline as it relates to what we've seen so far on The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to draw something. I'm not a great artist. I'm not much of a great anything, but I'm just going to draw this, and this will be, sort of the the thing. So here we go. Here's Eobard's timeline, right? Here's his timeline coming through here. This is where Eobard lives in the future. Major events on this timeline are going all the way back here. This is where he kills Nora, right? This is as far back in the timeline as he goes. He kills Nora, as far as we know. Maybe he went back further. Who knows? Up here is, let's say, in the middle here somewhere, or right here is where Eddie kills himself. So Eddie Thawne, my God, my handwriting's terrible. Kills himself. So from this point forward, everything, from then Eobard ceases to exist. So anytime he traveled back in time to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, anything he did in there is gone, right? That's all gone. Any time travel he may have done before this moment, including killing Nora, that all still exists because Eddie still exists before this moment. So this version, the only part of Eobard Thawne that's still alive is this, in this section of time, wherever he stopped or where he is in the Speed Force here. So Barry pulls him out of this, and this includes Star Labs, right? This includes the event that created Barry, the Flash. So all this stuff Eobard still exists in, and that's the Eobard that Barry pulls out of the timeline for Flashpoint, which is changing Nora. So Eobard cannot go back and kill Nora, right? And then that's the Eobard that is, now that he's been pulled out of this timeline, he's being chased by Black Flash, right? And so that, sorry for the terrible handwriting. This is the Legends of Tomorrow timeline over here. This is where he is now. He's being chased by Black Flash, and this is his sole purpose on Legends of Tomorrow, is to get ahead of it, to get away from him, to get himself back into, well, this is why he wants the Spear of Destiny, so he can literally rewrite reality. And if he can rewrite reality, he can rewrite anything in this timeline here. He can change any event at all. He can change the world into anything he wants it to be, really. So, but if Black Flash catches him, obviously, then we've got problems. Now, what I don't know for sure is, like, what happens with Black Flash. What happens to this Eobard over here if Black Flash catches him? This is a total mess, isn't it? I mean, this is just... questions. See if anybody has any questions. So far I don't see any. But does that make sense? I don't know. Again, I'm not a great periscoper either. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. But if anybody has any questions about it, to the best of my ability, I'll answer. Did I really? Okay, so Vikings Bredo for it. You say I cleared things up so much. I hope so. That's just, again, my understanding of it. I don't know if for sure that's like it, but Belle, of course you understand it perfectly. I know you understand it perfectly. You understand everything. So it's pretty simple, really. If he doesn't figure out a way to get himself out of the scenario he's in right now, I think he's in big trouble, you know, sort of in any timeline. But there are probably experts out there that know way more about this business than I do. And again, some of this is probably modified for the shows themselves, right? It's like the DC shows have to take some liberties. They're not going to necessarily be 100% beholden to anything. Would turn into a D. Just turn into a D. Again, everything I just showed you, that might be wrong. I don't know. I'm just going off of what my understanding is based on multiple conversations with the writers. So, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. I know we're done shooting, so I know what happens this year. But if you feel you missed something, go ahead and ask a question. Well, maybe you got on after I made my little chart. Here, let me go back to the chart. Because I've got nothing better to do with my life than this right now. Horribly messy chart. Here we go. This is Eobard's timeline. Here's where Eobard is from the future. Here's the event. Here's his timeline, and here's the major events on his timeline. Eddie Thawne killing himself. Him killing Nora. We can assume that this is where Eobard first appears in any timeline, the death of Nora. And then here's Star Labs and everything he did up until Eddie Thawne kills himself. When Eddie Thawne kills himself, Eobard ceases to exist from that point on in the future, in this timeline. He is gone. But the Eobard that went back before that, to kill Nora, to take over Star Labs, to create Barry, that Eobard still exists until Eddie Thawne kills himself. And then this is the Eobard that Barry takes out of the timeline. Yeah, this is the Eobard that Eddie takes out of the timeline to help him with Flashpoint. That simple. And then that's the Eobard that goes on to the Legends of Tomorrow storyline, because since he's been taken out of the timeline and because he's messed with time, he is being chased by the Black Flash, and he needs the Spear of Destiny to reverse this big... That's the best I can do. I hope that confused the shit out of everybody, and that's RT Chef. That's all I got. Yeah, maybe I'll do this again if I have something valuable to talk about. Maybe that wasn't even valuable. I don't know, but it's nice being able to try and explain it to myself too. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for visiting. Have a good day, and cheers. Oh, that's right, Belle. I remember that. It's not 2 years ago to the day, is it? Happy birthday. All right, cheers.